Hi everyone, it's Emily here at Thrive Wellness Center. I just wanted to come and talk to you guys a little bit about the perfect salad, how to start that up, and why it doesn't have to be super boring or lame or plain or anything like that. So salads are obviously really good for our health for a few reasons. They're nutrient dense, packed with, great greens, good vegetables, some fruits in there, some good essential fatty acids with your salad dressings that you could be choosing. All of that, and good protein obviously is packed in there too, because we want to always make sure we're getting our good protein in. So I'll kind of go through the different layers of what that looks like and how you want to get started with that. All right. I made lots of notes because I didn't realize when thinking about all the great things you can put in a salad. So we'll start with what you want to start with first, which is like your base layer. So you want to start with some good green ingredients. So things like, spinach, kale. We have things like romaine, Swiss chard, all of that. A lot of different greens are packed specifically full of really good vitamins and minerals. A lot of our greens, so the things like kale, spinach, romaine, Swiss chard, arugula, those are really heavy with vitamin A and C. So what we know to be true about vitamin A and C is that they're immune boosting. We need them for our bodies to function properly. So all of those greens are packed full of those vitamins. So getting a good serving, a good layer of greens to start with is great. Also, I'll go kind of a little bit specific about a few of these as well. So kale is probably one of the most nutrient dense greens. So it's packed, again, like I said, with A and C. It's also packed with vitamin K, which is really good for your heart, really good for blood flow, that sort of thing. It's also rich in different antioxidants and other minerals as well. So that one's one of my favorites. Kale salads are great. I really like the kale salad from Fresh Forage. You can ask any of the girls around here. I'm always getting their Greek salad, which is kale based. And then spinach. So again, spinach is really high in A and C, also in K as well. And then it's also full of manganese and B vitamins like folate. So manganese is a mineral. It's a trace mineral, and in particular, it's really great for like hormone balance and pituitary health is what we mostly use it around here for. Folate is a really great B vitamin. It's a great B vitamin for pregnant women because it does help with baby's development throughout your pregnancy. So if you're going through pregnancy and you want to add in some spinach salads, not a bad idea. All right, and then we have romaine, which is pretty basic. That one has good nutrients in it. It's just not as nutrient packed as kale or spinach is, but it still has great flavor. It adds a good crunch to your salad because it's got that nice stem in it. Then we have Swiss chard. So Swiss chard is full of potassium and manganese as well. So these are those trace minerals that our body needs to function at optimum. It also has some properties that help reduce blood sugar. Then we have arugula, which I know can be give or take for some people. So some people really enjoy arugula. It's kind of like cilantro. Some people really like cilantro, some people don't. It just depends on your palate. But arugula is really good with things like beet salad or something along those lines. It kind of can be described as like a spicy green, give or take. So just depends on your flavor and your palate if you like it or not. And then microgreens are a good extra green to add on top of your salad. So microgreens are just premature greens that are good to enjoy for extra flavor and extra added nutrients as well. They're more like those look really cute on my salad sort of thing. They also can be grown at home easily, all of that sort of stuff. So that's number one, starting with a good layer of greens. Number two, add something crunchy in. So things like carrots, sprouts, cucumbers are obviously a big one with salads. Peppers, whether it's bell peppers, spicy peppers, banana peppers, jalapenos, anything in between. If you like spice, go up in the spice level. If you don't like spice, bell peppers are a great sweet pepper to add into your salad. Things like apples, if you wanted to add some sweetness and some crunch to that. Apples are not a bad idea, just don't go too overboard with them. Things like seeds and nuts, that's going to add that healthy fat aspect to a salad. So nuts and seeds are a really great idea when it comes to adding healthy fats and a crunch to it. Also, like things like pumpkin seeds are a really great source of protein. You have your hemp seeds and hemp hearts, that sort of thing. So all of those can be added for some crunch and added nutrients. Things like onions, broccoli, all those great vegetables that you can add raw into your salad is wonderful. Even cabbage, cabbage I was debating on like putting as a green, like a base, but I don't see too many like just purely cabbage based salads, so I would say adding that as an extra thing is a nice idea. So adding cabbage or some sliced up shredded cabbage to add a good crunch to your salad is a nice idea too. And then adding something like that has a soft texture, so like a good source of cheese. So if you can handle dairy, first let that be a thing. If you can handle dairy, things like feta or blue cheese crumbles, goat cheese, sheep cheese, all of that stuff is a great soft texture to add to your salad. If you do have a dairy sensitivity, something like the sheep or goat cheese may be a better option for you versus like the blue cheese or the feta. They're tolerated a little bit better. All right. Sorry, I just had some macadamia nuts there caught in my throat. Avocados are a really good thing to add in for a soft texture as well. That is packed with good fats, good energy, all of that. Tomatoes are obviously a pretty easy staple to throw in there. Olives, green, black, whatever you prefer. Olives, again, are a good fat to throw in and give you a nice soft texture to your salad as well. I threw dried fruit under here, even though it's not necessarily soft, but dried fruit can be good. So like, make sure when you're buying dried fruit and looking at dried fruit, really look at the label. You don't want any added sugar to your dried fruit. You just want the dried fruit. So like, if you're gonna do cherries or cranberries or something along those lines, make sure it's literally just like dried cranberries, dried cherries, raisins, no added sugar or anything like that to the ingredients. So dried fruit is also a really nice added ingredient to give you some simple sweetness and to give you more texture in your salad too. Things like beets or pickled foods. So beets are really great for gallbladder issues. They're really good for packing in more nutrient dense items into your salad. Liver, that sort of thing. They promote detox. They're good for brain, heart health, all of the above. Beets are just overall great to throw into your salad, and they can give it a nice pretty color too. So throwing beets in there or other pickled vegetables. So like there's pickled onions. You could throw in pickled cucumbers if you wanted. You could throw up pickles if you wanted to. However you want to spice up your salad, pickled items are a good way to do that because they're fermented and they have all that good, the good bugs in them. All right. And then things like chickpeas. Chickpeas are a nice added soft food or just added protein as well. So those can give your salad a more flavorful profile. And then any sort of berry is always a nice idea. So like in the summer, like a strawberry salad with avocados, a different type of cheese, that sort of thing. Those are all really delicious as well. I know those are pretty popular in the summer to do like a strawberry salad. In the winter, I saw a special at a restaurant one time. They had like a winter salad and it was like squashes and pears. And that was like, it was really good. Sounds kind of out there, but it was really delicious. All right, perfect. And then last but not least, you do want to make sure you're getting some good protein in your salad, okay? So we do want to focus on, obviously when we focus on eating a salad, we're upping our vegetable intake, which is great. But also we want to focus on making sure that we're adding protein into that still. Protein's healing. Protein helps our body heal, and it is the building blocks that help things get better. So things like chicken, tuna, fish, you could do salmon, you could do shrimp when it comes to fish, steak. Hard-boiled eggs are an easy one to fill in there. Like your Cobb salad is full of protein. You have eggs, bacon, and chicken, usually in a Cobb salad. all great sources of protein. The eggs and the bacon are great sources of fat. So, you know, coming in with those things that are full of great nutrients. I didn't make a note with your tuna and your chicken. If you wanted to turn that into like a tuna salad to put on your greens, you could do, or a chicken salad, you could do like a good source of mayo, which would be like the Primal Kitchen mayo, or Sir Kensington is also a decent brand. I get that at Costco, like a big jar for not very expensive. It's really nice to have on hand. And you could make up like a tuna salad. You could throw grapes in there, nuts, apples, whatever you wanted to do, and then put that on a bed of greens as well, and that's also pretty tasty. Things like if you wanted to do like a more of like an antipasta salad, is doing like lunch meats and things. So you could do a good quality brand of lunch meats like Applegate or something along those lines, and you're gonna get no nitrates, no sulfates. Make sure that your added sugars are at a minimum or none at all. So you want to look for high quality lunch meat, and you could do like ham, turkey, salami, you know, chop that up and make like a chef salad. That's also a good source of protein to throw in there. All right, and then I think that's it for my protein section. Make sure you have a good amount of protein in there. I would say like, you know, the palm of your hand at least is like a good serving. All right, and then we'll get to our kind of final topper, which is dressings. So when it comes to dressings, we really need to focus on any sort of dressing you're buying that's pre-made, because those tend to have a lot of extra things in them that are not needed, including added sugar. So look at your dressing labels. Make sure the ingredients list isn't like this long or something ridiculous. Make sure you can pronounce everything. Make sure everything in there is fresh, you know, coming from a good source. So you want to avoid things like soybean oil, vegetable oil, canola oil. Those sort of oils are not ideal. So oil-based dressings, watch for those. I know like Hidden Valley Ranch has soybean oil, I believe, is the main oil in that. So getting a better option for ranch, like the Primal Kitchen dressings are probably by far my favorite for salads. They have the widest variety that I found. So they have Greek, they have Italian, they have a Green Goddess one, they have a ranch. They have all of these dressings that are available, and they're all delicious. Some of them are much more flavorful than others, so just watch the amount you're putting on your salad. You may want to start off with a little and see how you like it, and then kind of go from there. You could be as simple as an olive oil and a vinegar. You could just make your own dressing. You could add your own spices on top of that. So it doesn't have to be anything complicated at all. You could keep it simple. All right, beautiful. Okay, a couple more items, then we'll wrap up on our salad talk. So you could give it like, not a theme, I guess. I wrote theme. For lack of better words, you could give it a theme. So like if you wanted to do like a Mexican salad or like barbecue based or something like that, you know, making a taco salad without, you know, any of the extra carbs or fluff. So doing like taco meat, searing that up, you know, if you wanted to do some ground beef and some taco seasoning, and then you add that to your layer of greens, and you add things like you know, avocado, jalapenos, that sort of thing, to make it more of like a Mexican style dish. If you wanted to do like the barbecue style, you could do Primal Kitchen, and there's a couple other brands that have really good barbecue sauce that is considered like paleo, low sugar, that sort of thing. They're so tasty. You could, you know, work up your meat and dice up some chicken, cook it up in some barbecue sauce, throw like hard-boiled egg, bacon, you know, that sort of thing on there. A good source of ranch or whatever other dressing you'd want to throw on there, and make it more of a barbecue style salad. So those are not bad ideas either. Another easy way to make sure that you get your veggies and your salads in during the week and you're unsure about, you know, the time commitment, that sort of thing. An easy way to do that is just prep your vegetables ahead of time. So sometimes if you like actually make the whole salad and put it together, sometimes things can get soggy or like flavors change, that sort of thing. So what I recommend is, you know, getting your greens all taken care of, washing them up, chopping them up, put them through the salad spinner to get some of the extra moisture off of them so that they don't get soggy and they last longer. And then you can bag them up. A little trick my mom taught me actually is to fold up a paper towel and stick it in the container with the greens, whether you've got a Tupperware or you're putting it into a bag or whatever you're choosing to use for that, and stick that paper towel in there, and that paper towel helps absorb the extra moisture. All right, and then all your other vegetables, like if you're cutting up peppers, if you're cutting up tomatoes, if you're doing that and doing this, put them all in separate containers from each other so that they stay well. And then you can, the day you go to work that you need your salad for, you just go ahead and get a bigger bowl and you mix all the things in you want for that day. So that way things stay fresh. Like I said, the flavors don't start to mix and you can kind of get what you want out of that salad. All right, everyone, I hope that was helpful. I know that there's kind of an overwhelming amount of information out there when it comes to food, so simplifying it and just taking it step by step is something that can be really beneficial in deciding what to eat. All right, everyone, have a great day. We'll see you next time.